Yorkie the Barbarian here. Before the founding of House Yorkie, before Yorkshire was even on the maps, those my people, the Brigands of Brigantia. Now let me take you back in time to my time in Golarion. Pathfinder Kingmaker. I think we're going to be okay to go in here now. It looks like we might... Yeah, I know you do, but you're okay. Actually, what do you have going on? Well, let me put these on all of us. Oh, no, not on all of us. Harrim. Me. And the dog. And, we'll give it to you. Right. Delay poison, which I don't think we're going to need. Good hope. Right.
The end draws near.
Does it indeed? One of them for me. One of them for Noki. I guess you can have that. I don't think it'll help. Noki, you're fine.
So, any brilliant ideas?
Back skin on me. And on Noki.
Please, do tell.
You're fine.
And Lindsay was called forth. What's taking so long?
Yes,
Fine.
I'm still here.
All good. Right. Let's head inside.
Be halted.
Save and head inside.
I require rest.
We got this big bugger. Look, help has arrived. Hurrah! Praise Torag.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Noki. We need you to have your thing there, don't we? You can't. Alright, so you can pause. Harrim, get some skellies out. They won't do much, but they might distract. Why are they looking up there when he's over here? They won't even distract a lot. Alright, well that's something, but never mind. Lindsay!
Serves you right.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to use this. El doggo. And me. I'm tired, I can't actually rage.
My way.
If I can get over there ready. Noki, get over there.
Lighting enemies on fire first.
Harrim. Let's go with... What can we use? You got another summon? Yeah. Let's get a dire wolf out. Again, it won't do much, but it might distract a little. You're down. Juby. Lindsay, you're singing. Good. Don't think... Well, maybe... Get forward a bit, Linz. Maybe you can put some of that on, and it might help. That was a mistake. Never mind. Because it needs to be this one that I'm using.
Taste my fury.
Doggo. You got some damage done. Come on, Yorkie, let's get it done. Ooh. Knocky, come on.
Easier if you fight back.
Nice work, Knock Knock. Very nice work. The golem freezes inside it, something vibrates in harmony, and dents left by your weapons quickly repair. Harrim approaches the metal monster and examines it from head to toe. An invincible idol made of indestructible metal, another proof of our empty pride. Every master wishes to create something that will outlive them, but why? So their creation will live on a short while before returning to dust with the rest of the universe. Ah, masters, masters. It's down. Harrim pulls the key. To his surprise, the whole lock comes out of the golem's body, along with the key. Harrim stands amazed. The monster falls to pieces, as if it were made not from the strongest material in the world, but from rotten wood. Hail to the Baron, Yorkie the Barbarian. Saved. We were so nearly done for. One of the dwarves, clearly the leader, a grey-haired man with a massive symbol of Torag around his neck, jumps down from the hillock, where the dwarves climb to escape the golem. He looks at Harrim and what he's done, astounded. How? How'd you do it? That's impossible, impossible. I don't know, I don't. Who are you? The dwarf turns to you and bows ceremoniously. Forgive me, your grace. The surprise made me lose all my manners. My name is Yarmul Skeg, Paladin of Torag, and leader of this group. On behalf of all clan, I thank you for your help. And you must be Harrim, the priest of Grotus. I've heard a lot about you, and the unusual path you've taken. I would like to speak with you. You would like? Well, I wouldn't like to even see you. We have nothing to discuss. This is just what I need, to listen to another sermon about Torag's greatness. The paladin replied to Harrim's indignation with a humble bow. I am not so arrogant as to preach to a priest. Your faith is your choice. I am not one to question it. I only wanted to know more about your spiritual journey. In response, Harrim only sniffs with contempt. Harrim, you've broken metal with your bare hands before. What? When did that happen, Yorkie the Barbarian? Oh, wait. Are you talking about the anvil? Yes, I did that, but why? I asked Grotus what it meant, but received no answer. Harrim pensively wraps his beard around his fingers. Anyway, are you safe now? Yes, your grace. May Torag bless your soul, the soil you walk upon. You saved us. The Skeg clan is in your debt. Alas, we have no treasure to reward you for your kind aid. But that is only temporary, believe me. When we've found a way inside the fortress and recover the legacy of our ancestors, you'll see that no one can accuse the Skeg clan of stinginess. Typical gratitude for dwarven clans. Just so you know, Yorkie the Barbarian, when they say they're in irredeemable debt, it really means they're just never going to pay. Harrim sneers bitterly. Look at them, Yorkie the Barbarian. Here they are, true children of Torag, greedy, conceited, unable to see beyond their own noses. They barely even escape death, and there they are, diving into its maw again, blinded by the glitter of imaginary treasures. I contemplated making them leave, but let us allow them to stay and continue what they're doing. If they're in such a hurry to dig their own graves, let's not interfere. Thank you. I see you've no love for your people or our God. No, don't be so quick to frown. I've no wish to preach to you. But I believe you said you broke the unbreakable with your bare hands. Please tell me about this. I think I have an idea of what power lies within you. The searing palm. Harrim's voice sounds dull and lifeless. The magic anvil in the desolate blonde shield fortress. Desecrated by trolls. It was destroyed by my fist, as if it were made of sand or wood that had rotted from within, and only waited to be touched to fall to dust. Yamal pensively holds his hand upon Torag's hammer, which hangs about his neck. Could it be? Yamal, what are you talking about? What power hides inside Harrim? The touch of the Unmaker. This is a rare, very rare gift of the gods. It happens once in a generation. I can't say who grants it. Perhaps Torag, perhaps Grotus. Perhaps it comes from some other source we know nothing about. It is the power to give death to things which live on beyond their proper time. That's rich. Any pipsqueak from our tribe knows how to break things. And you Longshanks call it a gift. Well, yeah, he did kind of break it there. Oh, ill things created with a flaw, like this golem, desecrated like the anvil, the robust creations of dwarven hands that beg for death but must continue to exist. A dwarf blessed by the touch of the Unmaker can put an end to their suffering. Nonsense, I've never heard of this. If Grotus has granted me this power, why do I have to find out about it from some paladin of a traitor god? The god of helplessness and cowardice. A gift of the gods? By Grotus, you prove it, or you admit you're lying. Jamal listens calmly to the stream of insults raining down on him from Harrim. When the latter has finally spent his breath, the paladin replies quickly, yes, I can prove it. Harrim, his words make sense. What you thought was Torag's curse was actually a gift from the gods, which your kin simply couldn't understand. Harrim winces if all the teeth start to ache at once, but then nods reluctantly. It is possible. But then Torag and his followers are even more stupid and blind than I thought. Just imagine, Yorkie the Barbarian, if this is true, the reason for my woe is not a curse, but the simple fact that none of my kin was wise enough to recognize a divine gift. The priest shakes his head and looks at the paladin. You said you can prove your word, Jarmold. I challenge you now. The touch of the Unmaker is not only the power to destroy. It can take the heart from an item, all the love and effort put into it by its maker. By the mercy of Torag, strike the golem once more, complete the unmaking, and show us its heart. Well, that seemed to work. Harrim looks gloomily at the quiet golem, then shrugs and smashes it with his fist. The golem falls to fragments with a pitiful clink. Leaning down to search through the pieces, Harrim takes hold of a shimmering blue jewel. He examines it, then turns to you. The priest's face is sad and baffled. There. A gift from Torag be damned. So what's next? What do I do with it now? If these are Torag's things, give them to his servant. Harrim hands the jewels to Jarmold. Thank you for telling me my gift, Jarmold, but do not expect it will reconcile me with Torag. Always my people. If you find a way to make good use of it, fine. If not, doesn't matter. You can keep looking for the entrance or go back to your mountains, I care not. Jarmold lowers his head. Thank you, Harrim. I'll make good use of this gift. I am sorry that everything turned out the way it did, but I respect your decision and won't try to convince you. Farewell. Harrim turns to you. Gifts from the gods, curses from the gods. I'm starting to think it's the same thing. But thank you for coming here with me. I probably wouldn't even have talked to this Jarmold on my own. But now I have to much contemplate. Let's go, Yorkie the Barbarian. Let's leave this geg to do as they will. There. That's done. Now it's time to head back to the capital. Drop off the companions who were just there to help with.
I require rest.
Nah, you don't. Stop whining. Sounds like me in real life.
Strength fades.
think we're okay going down there. Right. Enter. Straight to throne room.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
The captain's usually untroubled face is dark with rage. Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting you from your important matters. You're the only one who can talk some sense into these hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much your subjects called the guards. What can they do about Lady Valerie? Plus, Evald hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I can put him in my jail. Val, what's going on? Valerie looks down ashamed. I humbly beg your forgiveness, Yorkie the Barbarian. I failed to control my temper and besmirched not only myself, but you as my leader. The girl casts a burning glance at the man in the sophisticated attire standing beside her. Unfortunately, I was provoked. The man catches Valerie's glance and gasps with indignation. Is that so? So it's forgive my manners, Your Grace. Allow me to introduce myself. Evald the Silvertongue from Brevoy. It's a pity we meet under such circumstances, but this, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, altered my performance, and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Would you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? Valerie is apparently trying to control herself, but telltale red spots flare before her face. I noticed that someone pinned a disgusting pasquinade next to the... What the hell's a pasquinade? Next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feathers. That's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? I think you might have gone a bit crazy. Evald gasped with indignation. Is that so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in return. When I came to her with gifts, begging her to become a muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. Well, she has a right to say no. And now, the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. What should I do? I'm aware I am but a slave to my inspiration, which is sent to me from above. Evald smooths down his hair and adds, and while we're on the subject of my poetry, it's not really that bad. Evald, did you really write a pasquinade about Valerie? Evald clasped his hand to his chest ostentatiously. Forgive me. Who would I be if I stooped to such low attacks? I won't deny the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this featherbrain? Of course, in the face of the justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say that this pasquinade was devoted to the sad position of the arts in these lands. Forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. The captain shakes his head sadly. Don't even try, Your Grace. I'm afraid that even Abadar couldn't get to the bottom of this ball of accusations. I don't care who said what to whom. You're going to make peace right here in front of me. Valerie almost screams. I'm not going to make peace with this worthless paper stainer. Let him spend his useless time insulting his other bootlickers. Your tongue befits your beauty, my sweet. Truly, what a beautiful flower's bud is worth if it's worm-eaten and empty on the inside. Enough, both of you. First you scared everyone in the tavern. Now you're embarrassing yourselves in front of the Baron. Apologise at once, if not to each other, then to his Grace. I don't know what got into me, Grace. Forgive me for this scene, says Evald. Please forgive me, Yorkie the Barbarian. Perhaps I should leave to calm down and come to my senses. That's nice. You let some steam off and worked some things out. At least now I can let you go, hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your Grace, I'll go too, but please keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has gotten into her, but she's not herself lately. At first she just snapped, then she started getting into fights with everyone about stupid things, and now she's dragged that bard out of the tavern by his collar. I'm afraid it might come to real violence. What do you mean hasn't been herself? She got defensive, can't say a word to her. We've been careful around her since she... The captain runs a finger across his face meaningfully. I'm close to ordering my lads to keep an eye out for her in the streets to make the common people's lives a little calmer. I'll talk to Valerie when I get a chance. If I were you, I would talk to the storyteller. One of my lads saw Valerie arguing with him. I have no idea how anyone can have a fight with such a harmless elf, but she did. Yeah, you didn't care about your looks, did you, Valerie? Right. Let's have a word with storyteller. Storyteller twitches as you approach. Hiya, Grace. My stories are calling for you. Have you come to answer their call? Captain of the guard told me you had a fight with Valerie. Storyteller lowers his head up thoughtfully. Alas, this is true. Believe me, I didn't want to fight, but my fool curiosity wounded Valerie's pride. I'll apologise to her the first chance I get. What was it about? I asked Valerie if she still had anything related to the Eternal Rose Order from back when she was a novice. An innocent question, but she took it as impudence or insult. Please don't blame her. I'm to blame for what happened. Do you think Valerie has been acting strange lately? What can I say? We're not that close. She has no interest in the things that matter to me, and I prefer the world of ancient heroes and old legend, not the fuss that surround us here and now. So I don't have an answer to your question. But I know that those who consider Valerie a close companion might be hurt by her words. Yesterday I talked to Lindsay. When I mentioned Valerie, I heard sorrow and tears in her voice. Maybe the tireless chronicler is having a tough time for the very same reason that you honoured me with your visit today. Alright, that's all I need to know there. Got some money coming in. Leave it to your legends. There's Juby. Yorkie the Barbarian, I never properly thanked you for the help at the inconsequent debates. I'm happy to do so now. I hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Have you figured out anything about that riddle? The horse answered your question about the gnomes. Not quite, but I'm working on it. I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit such an answer is quite in the spirit of the Fae. It must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. I was surprised that you didn't want to be freed of Zottentrop's spell. Why did you willingly suffer it? Hugh lost locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand what the bleaching is. What a fatal effect it has on gnomes. Those poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allow them to live just that little bit longer. Do you see? I don't mind becoming the joke myself for a while, of course. And not if my life was being threatened. It lets someone live a couple of days longer. Shouldn't have played along. Each of us who choose how to face others, face our troubles, dignity by humility. Do you let them continue their prank? That's a worthy act. Stop or you'll make me blush. Jubilost holds his hands over his chest with a contented look. Talk about something else. I don't think we need anything else, do we? Need to talk to Lindsay there. And that's finding Maestro. Check out the table. Scandal in the capital, yep. 3 days there. 9 there. No one to rank up right now. Quick sleep. And then we'll be ready for the off. Oh, actually, we want to go outside and talk to Valerie first. No, Lindsay. Where's Lindsay? Is Lindsay in here? Yeah, she's right there. I know you're short, Lindsay, but stop hiding behind the table. A halfling girl with toddle wearing a dusty traveller's outfit. Sits chewing on the tip of her quill. Just a moment, how should I put this? Oh, I know. Scribble something quirky in the notebook, scrawled with verse. Raise her eyes. Oh, hi. You noticed anything strange about Valerie lately? Lindsay lingers, then sighs dully. I had a fight with her, a big one. Well, I wanted to talk to her about the best way to describe her hair colour in the book. You knew that wasn't going to go well, Lindsay. And she said my book is trash and I'd be better if I busied my time with ugh. I won't even repeat it. She shouldn't have said that, but perhaps you shouldn't have picked on her. Lindsay lowers her head solidly. You're probably right, but I'm doing it for her, you know? No, you're not. To be honest, Valerie hasn't been herself lately. She's usually polite, though she can be cold at times. But now, it's like she's changed. And it's all rather, you know, Lindsay gathered her strength. After she got that scar. I talked to her before, and she wasn't very nice that time either. She's gotten so spiteful after she got hurt. Though she keeps saying she doesn't care. Alright. Just don't leave without me. Yeah, well, don't worry about that. We're going to have a word with Val. Who I believe is just down here. There she is. Valerie nods you cordially. Glad to see you. Valerie, we need to talk. You've been acting strange. If you're going to bring her that scene at the throne room, don't waste your breath. Yvel completely deserves the speech. Captain of the guard said you were taking it on random people. Valerie narrows her eyes. So the captain of the guard thinks I'm incapable of carrying out my duties to you and your subject. Perhaps he should change his armour for a judge's mantle. He's so ready to declare such verdicts. I know you had a fight with the storyteller and you yelled at Lindsay. The storyteller, what business of his if I have anything left from the order? Does he imagine I'm still carrying around Shelling's radiant face as a souvenir? And as for Lindsay, she knows full well our constant babbling about a book irritates me. Why did you think that pasquinade next to the tavern entrance was about you? What else could it have been about? The scribbler used to never leave me alone, dogged my heels, asking questions whenever I appeared on the street. And now, Valerie stops angrily and looks away. Listen to yourself. Why all this bile? I want to help you. Valerie twists her lips and looks away as if she wants to end the conversation. Wait. When this girl starts talking again, her voice sounds soft. Forgive me, Barbarian. I understand your worries. My voice over the last few weeks has indeed left much to be desired. I don't know why I'm doing these things. Lindsay thinks you're concerned about your scar. So typical of her. A superficial opinion, a superficial conclusion, Valerie sighs. Forgive me, it's difficult to admit I was wrong. And scatterbrained Lindsay is apparently right. The girl hesitates, lifts her hand, and touches a scar on her face. Since it appeared, it's like the world around me has changed. Wherever I went before, my admirers, followers, and bards used to follow me around, and now it's like I'm invisible. Worse, I can see how those I talk to try hard not to look at the scar. Like it undid me completely. Valerie stops again, absently running the tips of her fingers over the ugly scar on her face. She finally pulls a hand from her face and looks at you. I've never seriously imagined what would happen if I lost my beauty. I thought my actions would speak much louder than my appearance, but now I'm having doubts. In this and in everything else, I keep telling myself. You always say that beauty isn't really important. Are you changing your views? Valerie looks at you pensively for a few moments, then shakes her head with determination. No. If I'm to break when someone looks at me askance for everything I've been through, it means I've never actually been worth anything. I may as well have stayed with the Order and lived meekly by Shelling's orders. Ugh. Valerie straightens her shoulders and looks around with determination. I shouldn't have wasted time on these useless thoughts. I promise you, you won't be bothered again by complaints about me, except perhaps from those who truly deserve a harsh response. The girl nods to you. Thank you for this conversation. I knew you'd support me. There. Cruel justice is the one that's left. And this means that we can take the full team out now. Let me just get out to the main map. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Now. You, and you. And there we are. There we are. So, coming up, we have to go to Technic League, Varnold, and here. Let's do this one first, and then we'll end it. Go talk to Mim, give her an emerald.
Onwards!
There she is, old green-haired Mim. Aha! The girl looks at you with eager impatience. So, about my request, here's your emerald. Mim's eyes flash. Look at that colour and the size. Excellent item. Finally, I'll be able to bring my idea to life. Wonderful. I'm ready to remain here and work for your grace. I only need a place to live and work. I've brought all the necessary tools. All I need is 4 walls and a roof. You've already got them. And a salary, of course. I do need to eat, but I'll make it up to you. That's nice. Right. 184 days to that. Emerald necklace, no idea. We'll find it somewhere. Nothing distracting her. Those are just as we go. Cruel Justice, that's on the way to Varnold. Varnold vanishing. And he was off to Varnold too. Right, I've been Yorkie the Barbarian, you've been a great audience, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. See you around when we head up, all the way up here, to the Technic League and Varnold.